Hey everyone, so our Maytag, it's Bravos, I don't know if it's how you pronounce it. Let me show you the part number. So there's the part, or the model number, so you can kind of compare with what you have. But so this Maytag Bravos started leaking on us. So there you can see, actually still has a little bit of water still draining out. And so it was actually pretty easy to troubleshoot. You know, obviously you can have leaks from several different sources. Ours happened to be the drain pump. So I'm gonna just tip this over and lay it on its back. I'll show you where that leak was. I'll remove that old drain pump and put the new one in. The new one we were able to order online. And you know, just obviously. For this, because you're laying it back, you're going to obviously need to disconnect your water lines. You know, make sure you close them off. That's obvious. You know, and drain and all that. You know, unplug it, and yeah, you'll be set to get started with this replacement. So let me show you how. Let me just tip this over, and then show you. You know, the malfunction part, you know, how I was able to quickly identify this leak problem. Okay, so as you can see right here, here's the pump mounted in, and see, I'll show you. I'm going to compare it with the new part here, but all the rust around them. Let's see if I can do a better job of holding this. So all the rust right there, and then the drip was coming off right here. And it wasn't coming off like, so there wasn't a leak here or nothing. It was coming off right here, and there's rust and everything. So something within the mechanism where this, maybe the motor spins or whatever, must have failed, and so that's where the water, it was just coming through the motor, I guess, and dripping down. So it was easy to diagnose. I didn't have water coming from weird spots, you know, within, you know, the washing machine. It was right there, pretty straightforward. So, but let me show you the new one. So here's the new one right here, and as you can see, that metal area, or that the motor area that I was pointing to. That's not all, you know, rusted. It's clean and everything. You know, so obviously there was a failure there. Water was getting through here, rusting that out, and then dripping here. And oh, by the way, here's the part for this new one. So it's just a matter of doing a search for it. Okay, so I'm going to just pop this off here, and I'm going to unplug it first. Now you don't have to worry about getting this, you know, flipped around or anything, because it's only going to fit in a certain way into the plug there. And then I'm just going to get these bolts off here. Take off the drain line here. You can just squeeze that, you know, with some channel locks, and pull that hose off. And then I'll pop the new one in. So this should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so it was just those three little screws right there, and it was an 8 mm socket that I used for that. So here we have it. It's out. So we're ready to put it right on back in. So there's, see our 3 screw holes there, and that's where the water drains from there. So I've kind of cleaned that out a little bit. You know, there wasn't really much built up there. So let's get the new one in. Okay, so got it on there. Let me pop that in all the way. And just shut this. So yeah, that easy. You know, put the hose on, make sure you do that, because you'll have a mess if you don't. So yeah, that's that simple. And now I'm just gonna run a test and make sure it'll just, you know, put it on a rinse cycle and see if it drains out okay without any leaks. And just as a bonus, we've had to replace this actuator here. We had some funky, I think it wasn't getting past a certain cycle and throw some errors. There's good videos out there on diagnosing your washing machine with error. There's like an error codes that you can run it, throw it into a diagnostic mode, and it'll shoot off some error codes. And all the error codes, I mean, this will throw off multiple types of error codes, the actuator. So if you, it's kind of seems like it's not functioning properly as far as processing through the cycles, and it could be this right here. So let me see the part number on that for you. Get that on there. Yeah. All right. So I figured out what the issue was. I was able to take apart the drain pump, and as you can see, the washer is working just fine. But so there's a magnet, saying my magnet in here. Well, it spins. Well, it must have wore this plastic down. You can see this plastic here. See, you take that broken piece of plastic off, and there's a magnet in here. So that all that spinning over time has wore this plastic down. So that's where it was draining. So that's why I showed you the metal earlier had rust on it, because it had a real small leak, and so I guess it was just getting larger and larger over time and just rusting that metal out. So that's what it was.